listening to Vaquero News.
Good morning, Vaqueros. We are coming to you live from the Edinburgh studio. It is 9:22 a.m. Monday, March 29, 2021. We hope you all had a safe and restful weekend. I am Victor Ramirez.
And I am Rodolfo Alvarado, and this is Vaquero News. At the top of the news this morning, UTRGV announced the in-person commencement ceremonies dates in May. Station manager Victor Ramirez spoke with a university official on how commencement will work this semester.
After a year postponing due to the pandemic, UTRGV spring and summer 2021 eligible students and 2020 graduates will be able to participate in an in-person or virtual commencement ceremony in May. In email sent to students last week, the university announced the spring 2021 ceremonies will be held May 7th on the Edinburgh campus parking lot E16 and May 8th on the Brownsville campus parking lot B3. For 2020 graduates, ceremonies will be held on May 13th in Brownsville and May 14th through the 15th in Edinburgh in the same parking lots. The commencement ceremonies will follow local, state, and CDC guidelines to protect the health of students, guests, and the university community. University Registrar Sofia Almeida says UTRGV did not provide students with an exact time for the commencement ceremonies.
Currently, the RSVP deadline is set for Monday, April 5th. That is a really important deadline because we will then use that data to determine how many students we're expecting and when we can schedule the ceremonies in terms of times throughout the day.
Graduates will be given 4 electronic tickets to share with guests. Almeida says that although it's been done in the past, students will not be able to give extra tickets to peers this time around. In the event of an increase in COVID-19 cases or inclement weather, ceremonies will be canceled and will not be rescheduled. Almeida says although it is the plan, ultimately the office of the university registrar is on standby to follow whatever directions they get from the senior leadership at UTRGV. History senior Chris Garcia will be choosing the in-person ceremony option and is excited to attend.
Despite that they are taking their precautions and, the whole protocol is always ensuring for the safety of the students and the people, I am more than pleased and really happy to at least get one.
For questions or more information about graduation, visit utrgv.edu/commencement. This is Victor Ramirez for Vaquero News. In case you missed it, SGA held its first ever executive ticket debate live Tuesday where they discussed different topics. Reporter Rodolfo Alvarado brings you the details.
Students were able to see where candidates stand on issues regarding resources for colleges, pass-fail system grading, and returning to in-person semester during the first ever Student Government Association, or SGA, executive ticket debate on Tuesday. The debate was hosted by the Center for Student Involvement and Student Media live on the UTRGV Student Live Facebook page and moderated by the writer-reporters Sol Garcia and Alejandra Yanez. The debate was between Team Vision United and Team Change. Moderator Garcia opened the debate by asking how Team Vision United plans to increase resources for the College of Liberal Arts and the Fine Arts. Presidential candidate Jose Pablo Rojas responded to the question.
So what we would do is literally go out and seek out the situations that are going on in these colleges. What exactly is needing to be done?
Presidential candidate Michael White responded on behalf of Team Change that both colleges are getting an abundance of funds.
Where is that money going? Why isn't it being put back into the facilities, the building, the teachers? Because the biggest issue right now is providing enough professors for the interested student, like in the political science degree and so many more.
As the debate went on, Team Change was asked by Yanez why they think the pass-fail grading system should be reintroduced. White explained how other UT system schools still use the grading system.
Even now, we're still going through the pandemic. There are still people trying to get fully vaccinated so they can then feel less stressed for what they've done already.
Team Vision United vice presidential candidate for Brownsville, Yahia Omar Alcura, argued that bringing the system back will force professors and degree plans to change entirely.
The first time that it was introduced and made into by UTRGV, many things had to be changed by professors and by specific degree plans.
To view the debate in its entirety, visit the UTRGV Student Life Facebook page. Voting closes at 11:59 p.m. Wednesday and results will be announced on Friday. This is Rodolfo Alvarado for Vaquero News. With the recent shooting in Atlanta, UTRGV campus members speak on Asian discrimination. Victoria Garza has more details.
UTRGV student leaders, such as Filipino Student Association President Alfred Montejo, are encouraging members of the UTRGV campus community to speak out against discrimination.
Silence can speak many words. Speak up when you're comfortable, when you're ready to help others.
This comes after the recent shootings at Atlanta area spas that left 8 people dead, 6 of whom were women of Asian descent. The deaths have led to the rise of the Stop Asian Hate movement across the U.S. to end discrimination against the AAPI, or the Asian American and Pacific Islanders community. UTRGV Political Science Associate Professor Natasha Altema McNeely explains where the discrimination that instigated these instances is believed to have started.
It correlates to a lot of the rhetoric that our former President Trump used in his discussions of the pandemic. This rhetoric of blaming Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders for the pandemic, associating COVID-19 with China or with stereotypical elements that are associated with the Asian community.
Associate Vice President for Student Life and Dean of Students, Rebecca Gadsden, refers to this movement as the beginning of a universal change.
This movement is about a call to action, just to talk about, to find one's voice, to not be silent, and to provide an opportunity to engage in this discourse with the greater community.
UTRGV President Guy Bailey said in a statement that the university stands against racism and reminds students of resources available to them to report discrimination. Students who are experiencing discrimination or feel in danger can report the incident to the Office of Institutional Equity and Diversity or University Police. Faculty and staff can also contact Human Resources or the Office of Victim Advocacy and Violence Prevention. For Vaquero Radio, I'm Victoria Garza.
And McClain goes up and throws down a monster dunk. That fires up the UTRGV Fieldhouse.
And now time for Vaquero Sports.
UTRGV Women's Soccer split season series with the Lancers. Sports reporter Luis Rubio brings you the highlights.
California Baptist University returns to their winning ways in a 1-0 victory over UTRGV Women's Soccer Saturday afternoon at the UTRGV Soccer and Track and Field Complex. In the opening minutes of the first half, the Vaqueros controlled most of the possession and had 2 shots on goal from junior forward Emily Zapata in the 6th minute and sophomore midfielder Anna Torslav in the 15th, but both were neutralized by Lancer senior goalkeeper Romy Salvador. The Lancers then struck in the 19th minute with a junior forward Ari Coronado high-arcing curling shot from 16 yards out to the far post past the outstretched arms of junior goalkeeper Milo Lenardi to take a 1-0 lead. In the second half, CBU continued to put their foot on the gas as they applied constant pressure looking for the 2-0 insurance goal. The Vaqueros expended a lot of energy on defense but were able to withstand 5 shots, 1 on goal from the Lancers, as Lenardi would finish the day with 2 saves. Offensively, UTRGV only created 1 shot in the second half, coming in the closing minutes from freshman forward Marilee Lilema that missed wide right of the goal. In a post-game news conference via Zoom, Bugario credited CBU with their winning performance in grueling weather conditions of 27-mile-per-hour winds and blistering 90-degree heat, conditions that typically wither opponents away and the Vaqueros take advantage of.
This is where we have to embrace the heat and the wind, and we have to perform at the highest levels. And it was disappointing that the opposition was able to play as well as they did in these conditions. Those are conditions that we must dominate in. Those are conditions that we must win in. And we did not take advantage of that. And all credit to Cal Baptist. I thought it was a well-deserved victory.
Now closing out the season with the final 3 games on the road, starting with new WAC member Dixie State 8 p.m. Thursday, the message from Bugario was simple as the team looks for their 5th straight winning campaign.
It's about results. Getting any result will be a positive.
For the complete recap, visit utrgvradio.com. For Vaquero Radio, I'm Luis Rubio.
And now for this week's weather report. A 20% chance of showers after 1 p.m. Cloudy with a high near of 67 degrees today in Edinburgh. Tuesday, cloudy and then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near of 87 degrees. Moving on to Wednesday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy with a high near of 85 degrees. Thursday, it is going to be a bit cooler with a high near of 67 degrees and a 20% chance of showers. And on Friday, it is going to be mostly cloudy with a high near of 73 degrees. Moving on to Brownsville, a 20% chance of showers and cloudy with a high near of 66 degrees today. Tuesday, it is going to be cloudy and then gradually becoming sunny with a high near of 82 degrees. On Wednesday, we should expect a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near of 83 degrees. Thursday, 20% chance of showers, and on Friday, mostly cloudy with a high near of 72 degrees. Stay dry, vaqueros. Stay tuned for campus events.
And now, for this week's event calendar.
Campus Activities Board, in collaboration with International Admissions and Student Services, are hosting a virtual paint social from 4 to 5 p.m. today via Zoom to celebrate Holi, the Festival of Colors. RSVP to the event through V-Link to receive a painting kit for the event. Civic Engagement Alliance and Political Science Association are hosting Future is Female series from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Tuesday via Zoom. Guest speaker of the night are politician Jessica Cisneros and field director at Mayor Ron Niedenberg campaign Natalie Marquez. Visit V-Link to RSVP or to learn more about the event.
And that's it for today's newscast. If you have any story ideas, send us an email to radio@utrgv.edu. For the complete stories, visit utrgvradio.com. Also, follow us on our social media platforms or visit our website for updates and much more. Listen to Vaquero Radio wherever you are. Download the Radio FX app on your smartphone through the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Search Vaquero Radio and add us to your favorites. You can listen to music, chat during DJ hours, and much more. We will see you next time at 9 a.m. here on Vaquero Radio.
This has been Vaquero News.